Hi guys, so this is the start to a new playlist. So if you don't know already, I do a Gravity Falls side, so I'll put a link up the top so you can obviously click that if you want to. But what we're going to be doing today in our new playlist is Disney Channel have, obviously not recently, a little while ago, announced their new kind of like relaunch of DuckTales. So DuckTales is amazing. I love it. I have the original series on DVD in my bedroom, and obviously the re-announcement has also got the fact that Scrooge McDuck is actually going to be played by David Tennant. So what I thought we would do this time, we would follow, obviously last time I made my book quite a while ago from Gravity Falls, so this one we're going to follow as we go through. So first of all, this map we're going to be doing from the new DuckTales series is from the trailer. That's where I've got it from. So what I'll do is I'll see if I can find the trailer and put a link in the description below. So if you want to see the new DuckTales trailer, and also there's like another little clip that I've seen with all the actors singing DuckTales that are actually playing in the new DuckTales. So I will see if I can find that as well and put a link in the description below. Obviously, it will take me a little minute to find said links, but I will do so. But what we're going to do today is we are going to do ourselves a DuckTales treasure map, because that is what is in the actual trailer, which I love. So we're going to do that. So you're going to need just your basic pen and pencil, to be honest with you, and maybe a couple of colours, but we'll get to those in a moment. So the first thing I'm doing, I'm just on an A4 sheet of paper, and it's on top of another couple of A4 sheets of paper, and that's just for sturdiness. I have got my ruler, and I'm going to do a border all the way around this page. If you haven't ever seen DuckTales before, I really highly recommend it. It's super fun and quirky. Scrooge McDuck is like a kind of grumpy old man, but he's like a very rich grumpy old man. And like the Beagle brothers, who are like the bad people, kind of like always try and steal his money because they're super jealous of him. So yeah, it's like really funny. And you've got Huey, Dewey and Louie, which are obviously his nephews. You've got, which are awesome. I kind of, from what I've seen of the actual trailers itself, is that I feel like Donald Duck is going to play a bigger role in this reimagining of DuckTales. So what I've seen is that Donald Duck's a bit of a kind of quirky character. Like normally he's kind of like, this isn't bad for anyone that likes Donald Duck, but normally he's kind of poo, and he's kind of like sulky. He's kind of like doesn't do anything right, and he's always like making that like loud kind of duck screaming noise and stuff like that, because he's always doing things wrong. But this time he looks like he's doing things wrong, but it's ending up right. Like because of it, he's like this amazing explorer. They also look like they've played up a little bit more on the kind of like the triplets being a bit like quirky and having their own kind of personalities, which is quite nice. At the moment, I have to admit, I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm kind of like in two minds whether or not I like their voices, but I think over time, as we watch the series, we're going to fall in love with them more, so it's going to be fine. So there are 5 lines going downwards. So I've done my little border, as you can see, around the outside edge. And I'm just going to go down like so. I can't actually tell where this map is meant to be per se, like if it's actually a real part of a map. Like personally, it doesn't look doesn't remind me of like a real place on a map or like a globe, but that definitely doesn't mean that by any means. I was never very good at geography. I always kind of preferred history, if I'm honest. Then you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 lines going this way. So 1, 2. No, that's too much room. I've given too much room. Don't forget to leave me any comments below. No, see, I've not given myself. I'm frustrating myself. Don't forget to leave me any comments below. I reply to every single comment that I get. It does take me sometimes about a week. I do this kind of more because I enjoy doing it. So it does take me about a week sometimes to reply, but I will always reply. If you do send me a private message, sometimes that may take me a little bit longer because I'm not gonna lie, I forget that's there. And then I read it and then I feel super bad normally, and you normally get like an email, like a private message back with like major apologies because like I've just not realised it's there. I kind of didn't realise that part of it was there, and then I feel like I had people message me and I felt so bad. But yes, I do forget that's there. But at least I'm being completely honest. So that is our map so far, which is looking pretty good. I'm just gonna sharpen my pencil slash, oh yeah, she shot. I thought I kind of killed my pencil then. I was like, cry. So what I'm actually working off, so you can actually see, oh, do that, is I have taken screenshots from the actual trailer itself. That's why it's got a play there, and it kind of says like DuckTales trailer, like there. It's genuinely just a screenshot, and I've taken a couple so I can kind of go shoot along and then go like, oh okay, because like his hand is like in the way a little bit. I can't tell if that's Donald Duck's or Huey's, like Huey, Dewey, Louise or something, but yeah, it's fine. Right, so we're going to start off in this left hand corner. So first of all, we're going to go about 4 squares, and we are going to do sorry, sometimes when I concentrate as well, I go like really super quiet. It's fine, don't worry, you can't like shut me up for ages, so you're fine. There's like a little block there, there's like a little mini island there, and then you've got an island there, an island there. That's awesome. So what I'm actually going to do is I am going to colour this in with my felt tip pens once I'm finished. Hopefully it will look okay and I won't ruin it, because I don't like colouring things in because I'm always worried I'm going to ruin them. So first of all, then you've got up the top here a little island and a dinty windy island, and then you've got here so let me know what you think as well in the comments. Like, are you super excited for the new DuckTales series on the Disney Channel? I think it's on Disney DX. But yeah, let me know. Are you super excited? Maybe you've already seen like the old series like me, and you're like, yeah, you're just like super psyched that they're bringing it back. I have to admit as well, like, I've seen it advertised and I got super excited, but I don't actually own the Disney Channel. I still kind of live with my parents, and I don't think I could warrant saying like, can we get the Disney Channel? Like, my parents just don't watch that much TV, to be honest. I play a lot of video games, so I'm online a lot, or I'm busy doing that, so I don't really watch that much telly kind of either. So I have to admit, I'm going to be watching this, like probably buying it on DVD and watching it, or obviously I will keep up with the program, so when we do all this, but I'm going to be watching it slightly after you guys watch it, which I'm going to be really jealous about, but it's fine. I might just like get the Disney Channel just for this. Be fine. I do kind of like, let me know what you think of the new kind of look to the DuckTales characters. Obviously they had quite a specific original Disney look, and I'm kind of hoping that like there's certain bits of it I love and certain bits I'm not too keen on, but we'll see, definitely. And like I kind of hope they really do more merch. Like if Disney, like for some until reason, I don't think they will, but if they see this video, I really want them to do actual merch for it. So like I love Gravity Falls, but there was like no merchandise for it like at all. And I believe obviously if it came out, it must have just come out in like America, and like I live in the UK, and I would have like 110% bought like a Waddles and bought like a Mabel and like a Dipper. Like obviously I imported a Dipper's hat and stuff like that for when I played Comic-Con, when I went to Comic-Con and dressed up as Mabel. But yeah, there just wasn't that much merchandise and it made me sad, so I really hope they make some merchandise for it. Like I love DuckTales. I think they could make so much good stuff. Like they could make Scrooge McDuck has a lucky coin, so Scrooge McDuck, they could make maybe like a lucky coin purse. That would be awesome. They could make like obviously all the teddies, like Huey, Dewey and Louie tops. That'd be awesome. I'd literally own every single one. So I should probably be slightly too big for them and have to make them myself. But that's what the other thing as well, like I know Disney this month, I believe, released kind of a bit like adult clothing, which kind of was with some of the dresses are really cute, but also like dead expensive, which don't get me wrong, I can understand because they are Disney and some of them are absolutely stunning. But yeah, I kind of want, yeah, I'd like them to do just like more like tops, in the sense of, I said like a Huey, Dewey and Louie top, you know, just quirky stuff, and then I'll be happy. So I'm starting over here. I'm trying to make sure you can see it, right, because that's what it looks like now, but obviously I need to just like turn it around so that I can draw comfortably. So it's about here, isn't it? So first of all, in this I am actually just drawing all the like the little island and stuff, because I just want to get that all in the right place. Some of the Gravity Falls merchandise as well, they were so expensive. Like they did them like bobblehead things. I don't know what they're called. They're like Gravity Falls people, but they're on like Mickey Mouse shaped kind of heads. I don't know what they are, but they were so expensive. People were like £200, and I was like, no, can't afford to pay £200 for something like that. But like even when I dressed up as like Mabel, I kind of had to go, right, they don't make merchandise for it, so I'm gonna make kind of like my own. So I made my own Gravity Falls Mabel's jumper with the shooting star. It was fun to make, but I said I'd love to have like a genuine Disney one. I really would. So that is that one. And then here you've got I'm going to scoot to the next page. Because you kind of, I said I had to kind of scoot to like different pages so that I can actually see. Because he kind of puts his hand there and then goes like that in the trailer. So it's kind of like I need all the different angles that I possibly can. Sorry, I was just reading some of what it said and it made me giggle. Right, so we're going to start down here because that will give me a better idea of where I am. There's like another island here quickly. It kind of goes like so, and then you've got another little island there, and a itty bitty island there, and then a little island that goes there, a little island that goes there. So I'm going to go back, right. So it does go up into that bit there, doesn't it? So it goes up there. And then down. Right, and then like so. And then you've got a couple of little islands over here as well. And you've got another island over here, and like a little couple of islands scooting there. So that is the island side of it done. So I will be colouring those in a second. It's fine. So what we're actually going to start off with is, right, we're going to start at the bottom, I think. So I'm going to move this sugar through. Say that with my pencil in my mouth, doesn't help. So move this to his seat. So first of all, I'm going to draw the main bit here. So on the bottom here, it looks like their starting point. So it kind of looks like to me like a submarine. Oh, it's a submarine. Oh, it's cute. Right, so it's a little submarine. So, but it's obviously cartoon drawn. So it's all in this square here. Kind of looks like a fish. Like I always thought it was a fish or like a little island, like a house or something. But no, it's definitely a submarine. It's like a propeller on the bottom. And I will be colouring this whole thing in, so it'll be fun. so. And then what we've got is up here underneath this. If I move this so you can see it, it always helps. So up here underneath this island, sorry, you kind of got like a strong man. That's what he looks like to me. He looks like a strong man. Right, so first of all, he's bald. He's got like a little forehead, like so. And then he's got kind of like a really big chin. Kind of reminds me of the Crimson Chin. If you get that joke, then awesome. If not, you should so Google it. Google the Crimson Chin. It's nothing rude either, by the way. It's kind of got like dimples. It's just from another cartoon, to be honest, but that's what he reminds me of. It's like he's kind of flaunting his muscles. He's like, strong man. That's why I said he looks like a strong man. Gonna just change that a little bit because I'm not too happy with it. I think his head should be a little bit bigger. See that I've done his eye. I've done his eyes well too far apart. Bless him. He looks like boss-eyed. Maybe he's like a merman. It's like you have mermaids, so you must have mermen. So we have our strongman. Then what I'm going to do quickly is lay this down so you can see it. I'm going to get my... no, actually, I'm going to do the other people first because I think that would be better. I'll draw over them. So then about here, we have a mermaid to draw. Just start with an animation style. Let's have a look. Oh, yep, it's there. a really long tail. That's it. Oh, she's got a really long pretty tail, and then she's got her other arm coming out here. And she's holding like a little trident. So it's our mermaid coming along, and then she's just basically drawn, so she's got like a little nose with a little mouth and two basic eyes, like our strong man. And then we're going to move this up so you can see, because we're going to draw, it's like a giant squid, so it's almost like a kraken. So we're going to draw a kraken here. So he is very basically drawn as well. He starts, he's pretty much all in here, isn't he? It's like his really long tentacle arm like going around like this. Got to give our kraken, he's like giant one eye. May give him a little personality. His little wiggly arm up there, and then he's got, obviously I think he's got like a little bit here, it kind of looks like a tail, where his tail's coming up behind his head. And he's got another wiggly arm hiding behind him. See, my Kraken looks really good. I'm not keen on the other one, so I might redraw my mermaid's face. It's what I think is kind of letting her down. So that is our Kraken drawn. I'm going to redraw her face because I think that's what's letting her down, to be honest. So I'm going to just... See, now I've just made her look like a man now with a moustache. And she's got her little crown actually that I didn't draw on. I'm going to go over it again in a minute, so it's fine. So, that is our main part drawn. So this is our main DuckTales map, treasure map, sorry. So what I'm actually going to do, first of all then, is... It's only blue, isn't it? I haven't got a... I might have it here. Let's have a look. Get the pencil case out. Ooh. Does it still work? So I'm going to get, this is a dark kind of blue. It kind of comes out that colour there. Fine line pen. So I'm going to grab that and I am going to grab my ruler. And the first thing I'm going to do is go over our squares and our lines and our kind of border. Wow, it didn't come out at all. I think she just used it. Why are you being a... Oh, there we go. Being a pain in the bum. This pen doesn't seem to be the best, unfortunately. It seems to be annoying me. Right, so that's them lines. We need to go the other direction now. Oh, sugar. Making a mess. To a random cat. Sorry, one sec. Shoo! Shoo! Go on! Shoo! Sorry, pretty random. There was like 2 cats fighting outside in the garden and like 1 cat got pinned. So there was like lots of screaming. So I felt bad. I couldn't just leave it. So I had to kind of like scare one away because like they were like about to like really argue. They're like doing that cat screamy thing. Sorry. So that is our blue lines done, which is looking really good. So obviously it's normally kind of like blue lines on a map. So what we're going to use next is our green felt tip pen. This is just a generic bog standard green felt tip pen. So I'm going to quickly basically colour in all of the islands that we've done. Trying to stay between the lines as well. So yeah, I think this is gonna be the bit that takes a little bit of time. But then to be honest, I am colouring in one of the, I think the biggest island on the map right now. So We're actually coming along, aren't we? So we've done a few islands now. This bit may take a little bit of time, as you can quite easily see, but it'll be worth it when we've got our DuckTales map. So. I think I've ever used this green pen before as well. It's definitely getting some use now, isn't it? There we go. Look, gradually getting there. We've done like half of the map, which is awesome. Right, so that is all the green in our map done. Don't worry, I am not colouring the ocean all in blue. Otherwise it would definitely be a long video, and to be honest with you, it's not all coloured in blue anyway, so it's fine. But the next thing I need to do, I need to get like a yellow. So this is just a yellow generic felt tip pen. I'm just going to colour the submarine in yellow. Like so, and then I'm just going to grab my dark blue felt tip pen and just colour the window of the submarine in blue. It's fine. The next thing I need to do is, do I have like, I don't really have like a pastel pen. So what we're going to do is we are going to get I'm going to get my black fine line pen and I'm going to just go over my little yellow submarine. Like so, and then quickly I am just gonna go round my islands, which shouldn't take a moment. Just so they've got a bit more definition. And obviously in cartoons pretty much everything has got like an awesome black outline. And I love it because at this stage is the stage where everything kind of starts to look and come together. So our maps are really coming together now, really looking awesome. So that is everything gone around there. So our map is starting to look awesome. I'm just going to double check if I have got a colour. I don't think I have. Oh, there we go. I have quite a few pens, so I might have. It's also hoping that these head pens still work. Nope, that can go in the bin. Oh, that one does, perfect. So these people here are generically coloured in like a bog standard pink. So this is just a bog standard pink. I'm just gonna clean the end of the pen. There we go. That, let's colour our strongman in. Check is the rod coloured in. No, that's fine. So that is done. So the next thing I'm actually going to do is take my fine line pen, and I'm going to go over each one of these 3 drawings just because they've kind of lost their shape now that I've coloured them in. So that is a little kraken, looks awesome. So I'm going to do this. Our mermaid, and go up here and we're going to just do our strongman. I say strongman as well because he reminds me of like one of the guys in the strongman competitions you see on the telly. So that is that part done. So the next thing we have to do is we have to get our ruler. Now we've done all our three like protagonists, I guess, because I guess they're going to come up against these three. And we need to do lines. So I'm just going to do it in pencil really quick. So it needs to go like that. No, it goes from there, but goes about there. Let's see, yes. So that is our lines. So the next thing I'm going to do then is get my black felt tip pen. No, actually, first of all, I'm going to get my red felt tip pen and we're going to do some writing. So first of all, this is next to the kraken and pointing towards the kraken. We're going to write danger in capital letters and underline it. It's got an exclamation mark at the end as well, actually. So you're underlining it twice, like so. And then we're drawing a little arrow towards our little kraken. He's not very little, is he? Giant kraken. And then we're going up towards our mermaid. And we're going to write across here, capital letters again, too risky with an underline. And an exclamation mark as well. So it's T-O... O. And again, this one's underlined once, but it's obviously got a little arrow going to it. And then up top here, we're going to write avoid at all costs. So up here, so capital letters again. Avoid is like massive, and then at is like tiny, and then it's got like all cost again, which has gone massive. And you've got two exclamation marks on this one, two underlines, and then again another little arrow. So that is all the writing that we need to do for this awesome map. Now I'm going to go to my black felt tip pen, and I don't need that actually. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do these black marks, and yes, unfortunately they are going to go over some of our drawings. But that's fine. And then what we need to do is we need to write an X, draw an X marks the spot at the top here. We'll do it in pencil first because Disney has drawn like a specific kind of X. It's not just like an X. So I'm just going to draw this quickly. just kind of specific kind of X really. So I need to colour this X in a red pen, so I'm going to use my red felt tip. So that is our X done, and I'm just now going to use, I'll quickly blow on it because I don't want it to smudge. But we're going to now use our black fine line pen and we're going to go over it. All round it, beg your pardon. I want to grab my red pen again quick because you itty bitty gaps. So there we have it. So this is our DuckTales map. To be honest with you, it probably could do with being like tea stained. If you tea stain it though, to be honest with you, most of the pen work, especially the fine line pens, are going to smudge, because that's just out of experience, to be quite honest. But this is our awesome DuckTales treasure map. So this is, again, as I said, from the trailer, and I will try and, as I said, put some links in the description below for the trailer that I've seen for the DuckTales map. For the trailer for the DuckTales new series that's coming on the Disney Channel, as well as I'll see if I can find the one that I love with like all the actors are like singing the DuckTales theme tune, which again, I love the theme tune. But yeah, so I'll see if I can find that as well. Don't forget, if you like this video, to hit that like and subscribe button. It really does help so much, and that way you also won't miss out on any of my other videos that I upload. I'm gonna do everything that I can do from the DuckTales new series. So if they do more maps, I'll do the maps. If they show some kind of, I guess, like random thing that I can make, then I will try and make them with you. But yeah, don't forget to hit that like button though, because that does really help. And if you leave me a comment down below, I will always reply to all my comments. Let me know if you like DuckTales as well. If you're into Gravity Falls, I do a Gravity Falls tutorial, book 3, how to make your book 3. Just to show you here that I have the book here, which is so pretty. So if you want to know how to make this as well, don't forget to go on to my other playlists where I show you how to make this bad boy. But thank you very much for watching. I will see you guys next time. So see you later. Bye.